Just stop and take a little time out with me. Just take 5.
All right. You know exactly what it is at Take 5 Pod. Okay. Saturdays at 11 a.m. Jacob doesn't know that, but you know we gonna fill in for him. So it's all right. It's so a-okay. So how y'all doing today?
Feeling good. Feeling pretty good. Got my breakfast interrupted by some technical difficulties, but you know, we move.
The breakfast didn't look that good, man. Like I'm not gonna hold you.
I'll send a picture to the group chat. Never try my culinary skills.
You might as well just show the audience, like, you know, what we're working with. Like we can have a vote. Like
I had a
you see what I'm
sourdough. There's some what's it called? It's a sourdough bread. Okay. I fried up an egg, some steak.
That's the egg. Oh, okay.
That's steak.
I was about to be blown. Wait a minute.
Leftover steak, and then here's the fried egg on top of the bread. Yeah, don't play with me.
That's pretty tough. Solid.
We serve meals too. Take 5 by Jew. Meals by Jew. Get at me.
Feel like every typical male has that for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Just put a steak down, and it's a random toast you find somewhere in your pantry. Like
I'm just saying, like if y'all want to see my cooking skills, like y'all can go to my Instagram. I'll start a little cooking series for y'all because I'm actually nasty with it. Like cook better than you, your girls, your mothers, like all that, like for real. So, your grandma.
How can you say that with a straight face? Like
I swear, I'm serious. I'm very serious. This is not a game.
Anywho, well, we're not talking about Julian's cooking on this slide, but this dumpster fire of a team. Okay, so episode 5 of season 2, Sell the Team. You know, definitely make sure y'all follow us for daily content. You know, etc. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, Facebook, all of that. So let's get straight into it. So we're talking to Detroit Pistons right now because they're currently on a 25-game losing streak. Yes, you heard that correctly. A 25-game losing streak. My first question to you all is, so we're talking about the NBA. So what NBA team has had the longest losing streak in NBA history? If y'all had to guess.
I don't know.
Obviously, it's not Detroit yet. Okay.
It will be.
How many games was it?
It was, I believe, I think it was 28 games.
Was it the Sixers?
27.
Was it the Sixers? Was it the Sixers?
It was the Philadelphia 76ers in 2015. The team led by Jahlil Okafor. They went out bad 28 times in a row. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, nowadays they beat on the bad teams in the league. But I thought that was an interesting fact just to put in here. You feel me? So 3 games away from going on a 28-game losing streak. I actually want to see who they have next because obviously they just lost to the Utah Jazz, a very bad team without most of their starters. So
I said there was only like 7 players playing, right? Or
something like that. Okay, so their next 2 games are against the Brooklyn Nets, right? Not a bad team, but not a great one right now.
They're not beating the Nets, bro. They're not beating the Nets.
I mean, again, not a bad team, but not a great one. Like, it would be possible, but we thought it was possible against the Jazz. And then they have the Celtics, which is that won't happen. Man, it's tough. So their owner, Tom Gores, claims that change is coming. All right, we're talking about a team that's ranked 28th in scoring. Of course, they have the worst net rating in the NBA. What do the Pistons need to do to turn this thing around, if anything? Like,
aim for next year.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do this year.
Just keep
like, if it's that bad, like you just got to move and start like building for your future. Honestly,
yeah.
But this is the future.
But
It is, but like you may have to like trade one of these young guys, like the guy who you think's not going to be part of the future. You might as well move him now, like because this year is really it's dead. It's already dead. So
I mean, they tried. You know, they moved Sadiq Bey for basically some chips. You know, he's on the Hawks now.
the Deke Bay doesn't move me though. Like they got to move like one of the young like guards slash slashers. Like
Why would they do that? That's one of that's their future.
is it though? Like
I mean, like,
Dude, the Thunder, if they traded their young players, they would not be this good.
dude, they also didn't go 2 for 26. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, but teams do. I honestly don't think they're trying to win. Like, let's just be real.
you don't think that
Come
the
on,
kids
man.
are trying to win?
No, I don't.
Now,
I don't,
look.
I don't think the organization is trying to win. The players might be, but that doesn't
That's what
matter.
matters.
If your organization's not trying to win, it doesn't matter.
So is the coach trying to win?
Possibly, probably. I think Monty's trying to win. Yeah,
Okay, are the players trying to
Possibly.
win?
probably.
So if the coach and the players are trying to win, then why? Like, what are we talking about?
But if you don't have the players, if you don't have the coaching staff, to get you there, it doesn't matter. If you want to win,
They
that's not
paid
how it
Monty
works.
Williams. They paid Monty Williams a bag to get his coaching staff. Like he got the
highest
coaches that
paid
he,
coach.
yeah, he got
Okay,
the
well-
coaches that he needed.
He is like probably the youngest starting 5 in the league right now. Probably. What is he supposed to do? And
I'm just saying that they're bad, bro. I don't think it's not that they're trying to win. Like,
okay.
It's
I think
one
they're just
thing
not
to be
good.
I
bad,
think the organization.
bro.
but
You don't
it's
have
one
to lose
thing to
25
be
in a row.
yeah, like 25 in a row. We're in all-time territory. Like, this is gonna be a historic team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ranked
26.
top 5 in most amount of games lost consecutively. Like, it's bad, really bad. Like, you look at Cade Cunningham in this photo right here. This is after the Utah Jazz game. Like, Buddy was actually holding back tears on the court because he knows he's the laughing stock of the league right now. He's not that bad.
I think the players are pissed off. I think Monty is probably pissed off, but I just think the organization isn't trying to put them in a position to win right now. So I don't think they're trying to lose, but what can they do when they're going up against teams that are just much better than them? Every
Nah,
night.
25 teams aren't better than them in a row.
What?
25 teams
They
in a
might
row.
be. It's like they're not good, dude.
The Utah Jazz without like 4 starters, like, if you can't come out of that game, like, I don't know, man. Hey, it's title to sell the team. Like, they might have to move it to like Virginia or something like that. And it'd be interesting to have like we don't have a North Carolina. We don't have a Carolina team, do we? Like, they have a little Carolina. And that could do
South
something.
Carolina. We don't have. There's like no South Carolina sports.
Yeah.
South Carolina could be
That's a-
interesting.
That's a bad market though. Like,
It may
Well,
be, but I feel like they could go to like Greensville. Nah, not even Greenville. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
like,
where they go. Yeah,
that's
probably
not
not
maybe-
Charleston. You can't go to Charleston.
Ohio may be like,
Where though?
And we got
Columbus.
Cleveland. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's bad over there, man. It's definitely bad over there. Y'all know me. I've been gunning for. I mean, I've been on Monty Williams' head this entire time throughout this streak. You feel me? Like, I just don't. He's revered as one of these top tier coaches. I know he coached a team that was in the finals. I know he's coached teams with winning records. But you tell me that you can't win a single basketball game throughout this stretch with this team. Like, this team has talent. You know what I mean? Like, this is not just one of those. It's not a 76ers team with a bunch of guys that are clearly just not good. Like, they have a lot of young talent. Cade Cunningham has proven that he can, score, be a decent player out there. You got slashers, some rim protection, athletes. Like,
No, I'm not gonna let you do that, bro. Outside of Kate Cunningham, it's no one. It's no one.
no one is crazy.
Maybe Jaden Ivey, but like he's years away from being like anything good. Wasn't it Jaden?
He hasn't been great, but now they have Bogdanovich coming back into the fold. You have got veterans like Alec Burks. You feel me?
Bro,
That
come
are in
on.
there. What do you mean? Come on, like we're
They
talking
don't
about
know.
winning one basketball game, one
Bro,
game.
those aren't stars. Those aren't people who change the outcome of games. In my opinion, like whoa, you say Alec Burks.
You need stars to win one basketball game.
When
One game.
When you have a young team and your only star is Kate Cunningham, yes, he's like what 23.
What does that mean? The Magic are top 5 in the East right now. They're the 4 team.
I wouldn't compare the Magic to this roster. I wouldn't.
Why?
I mean, they're hella young.
Yeah, but they're a lot more talented. I feel like.
I mean, you could say that, but if you look at the numbers, you got a guy on the Pistons averaging over 20 points a game in Cade, right? You got Bogdanovich. He's going to average close to 20 a night.
Do you know who's on the Magic?
Yes, I do.
They have Cole Anthony, Suggs, Franz, Mo. Who else?
Hello.
That's a good start. That's a good 5 right there. Like actual starting 5. Pistons don't have a good 5, bro. They have one player. That's all.
I don't even care. I don't even care, bro. There's no excuse for losing 20 games in a row. Like bad. I don't really care who's on your team. I don't care who's on your team. If you lose 20 games in a row, there like some change needs to happen. Like Monty Williams is probably cooked. Like let's keep it real.
Monty's fault?
I'm saying he's probably cooked. Like if you can't win one game out of about 30 now, you're probably done. So
I mean, Brett Brown did the same thing, and he was there for like 4 more years after that. So
Brett Brown was garbage.
Exactly. And I think Monty Williams is a lot better than Brett Brown was. This is what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to get fired.
I mean, obviously you can't fire the guy now, but change. I mean, you mentioned the organization in general needs some change. Like they should have got rid of Bogdanovich for some pieces. I don't know what, but you should have shipped them out. But it's bad over there, man. It's really bad over there. I'm gonna get to some more NBA talk at Take 5. You see that grown man writhing in pain on the hardwood down there? Like, y'all see that? Like, it'd be crazy, man. Like, you get balls in the league. It'd be crazy. But Draymond, we got some more news about him, right? So it's been said that his minimum sentence of exile from the NBA will be 3 weeks. Okay. So in 3 weeks, they're going to come back, evaluate how he's been doing in his counseling, what have you, then come back into the fold. Now, I believe it was either a Take Tuesday or it was that Monday episode that Joey and I did. I said the Warriors are done. You feel me? Like that the dynasty has concluded. They possibly won't make the play-in this year. Since those comments that I made, I believe they're on a 3-game winning streak, perhaps. Y'all can fact check me on that, if you will. 3-game winning streak, maybe 4 if we include the Wizards. They just beat them last night. Yeah, so 4 last night. And things are actually on the up and up since Draymond's exit. Okay. I've got a few questions, but my first question is, are the Warriors going to be better off without Draymond Green?
No, not in the long run.
Elaborate.
Go ahead, Miles.
I mean, he's still the glue for the team. Like they need that enforcer playmaker on the court. So because they have some short-term success after he got suspended doesn't mean too much. And Clay has been playing a lot better of recent, like the last couple of weeks he's been playing a lot better. Wiggins is still nowhere to be seen, but everyone's been slumping on the team. So it wasn't just Draymond's on the court, they're gonna play bad. It's been a team effort of just not playing good, trying to ride Steph's coattails. So I mean, maybe they hold up for these next few weeks. I'm sure it'll probably be more than the 3 weeks minimum that they said, but I once Draymond comes back, hopefully better, because this last incident was the contrary to the Rudy Gobert thing. Like, this one was pretty bad. Like, I think they'll come back. He'll come back, and they'll be more complete team, because they've started to improve a little bit, but I don't think they can't continue this success without Draymond throughout the entire season.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, I understand, the history of it. Julian down there looking crazy already. I understand the history. Like, we've seen it before. But we know that there's no place for this in our beloved sport, is all I'm trying to say. So when we start talking about the distractions that Draymond Green has brought into the organization over the past year and change, you know what I mean? Without that, the team's playing some fun basketball. I mean, guys look free, ready to play. Some other guys have stepped up off the bench. We talk about Podemski. We talk about Jonathan Kuminga. Of course, Looney's been there and done that, but he's still the rebounding machine that he was. And like Miles mentioned, Clay is starting to turn a corner without, the moving screens of Draymond and what have you. So my next question is, of course, should they look to move this man? Should they look to trade Draymond?
Can we stop this? Like, we got to stop it. Number one, the Warriors can't do anything in the playoffs without a dog on their team. Draymond is the dog of the Warriors, so if they have no dogs, they're going to lose quickly. They will lose. I think they would have lost last year if they didn't have Draymond in the first round. I'm going to keep
break a man's ribs, you mean?
Yes, they need a dog. Whatever that means to you, there needs to be a dog on the team. And Draymond is the dog of the Warriors.
Second to come back in there.
Gary Payton is not doing anything.
What do you mean?
Like, yeah, Gary Payton's like, he's pesky and stuff like that. Like, he's gonna bother you, but he's not like Draymond. Draymond is a dog.
Why do they need?
He's not afraid of
dog? Why do they?
Teams need dogs. Like, you need a dog somewhere to win. There has to be dogs.
I feel like that's not true for every
team. Okay, not every team, but this team does. The Warriors do need dogs. Like, they're flashy and have finesse guys. They need someone to balance that out. Who's Draymond?
So Jokic,
the heart of their team.
So Jokic and them have a dog.
I just said not every team, but this one does.
Okay. What's the exception though? Why is there an exception here? Like, help me understand.
Because of the way their team is built, like the way that they've built this dynasty up, like it's been on the backs of these few players. It's been on the backs of Curry, of a Draymond. I would argue Draymond's the second most important over even Klay Thompson, like who's a splash brother. But I think Draymond is like Draymond's value is crazy. Like, honestly, it's crazy. Look at last year. No Draymond. If you took Klay off that team, right, last year, I don't think really anything changes. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think they get worse at all. If you took Draymond off that team last year, they're definitely bounced out
last year.
Yeah, I'm
like first of all, they didn't do anything last year. I need to get that out of the way. First of all,
won a playoff series. They won a playoff series with a lot of what's called adversity. Like, they had a season
because of Draymond.
With adversity.
That's what you're saying.
I mean, he played a big part. Yeah, Curry is obviously going to be the guy who's going to take you there.
Yeah, they all did. But we know why they won that series. Like,
yes,
be real about it, though.
Curry is going to take you there. I'm just saying Draymond is the second most valuable player on that team, in my opinion.
He used to be, I feel like. I don't feel like that's I don't feel like that's true anymore. Dude, he's not the offensive weapon he used to be. He's not as fast. He's not as good as he was on defense. This is all true, Julian. He's not.
None of them are as fast or as good as they were. So what are we talking about? We're talking about except for Curry. We're talking about guys outside of Curry, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're talking about the support system. Who else is as good or as fast as they were? Chris Paul?
That's fair. Dude,
no.
But
Draymond, what are we talking about?
Yeah, Draymond needs that because he's not as skilled as all these other players. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, Draymond.
Draymond's game was Draymond is still a good defender and still a great playmaker.
Not as good as he used to be, is what I'm saying.
And still competes at the highest level.
Okay, so does Klay sometimes. Like, cool. So does Curry.
But I'm gonna go back to my question. But I'm gonna go back to my question though, Drew. Like we're talking about a past prime Draymond. You feel me? Like nothing that
If they
we've
were
seen
gonna
out of
move
Draymond.
Draymond, they wouldn't have signed him in the offseason. They're not moving him.
That's not true.
That's all politics. That's all
they
the buddy
just signed him.
system that they have going
They
on.
just picked They just picked Draymond over Jordan Poole, right? They just traded Jordan Poole for Chris Paul and chips.
Yeah, but
Right?
I think they were trying to move Chris Paul. We all know that. I think.
Huh?
Were they?
I don't know. I don't know
Why
about
wouldn't they move him? Why wouldn't they
I
move
don't
him?
know
I
about
heard that was true. I heard that they weren't really settling for
We
Chris
hear
Paul.
a lot of things.
Okay, but let's just be real about it. We thought that Chris Paul wasn't a great fit, right? We all thought that.
Not to start together. I thought he was going to be fine, like as a piece. I said they can't finish games together. That's what I said.
Okay, bro. That's what I'm saying though. We didn't think he was like their missing piece. So we thought that he was gonna what? That's not true.
But, okay.
That's not what we
hold
said.
on. But this aside though, Julian, since they signed him, what has he done for that franchise?
Who, Draymond?
Yeah. Since they re-signed him, since he got the renewed contract.
No. he's played like 15 games. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah,
that's his fault. He's played 15 games. He's been suspended for like most of the year.
I'm just saying,
that's
like,
the point.
What are we talking about though? Like, what would he
saying
have done if he
been
did
more of
play?
the
What would he have
distraction.
done if he did play the other 10 games? Nothing. Like he wouldn't have done anything of substance.
You're
right?
proving my point there. Why not?
Nobody
move him
has
while
done
he still
anything of
has a little
substance
bit
in
of
the
value?
25 games that the season is started in.
Why not move him while there's a little bit of value surrounding his name? You know what I mean? And he's, once he gets out of counseling, whatever, once he comes back to the podium, a renewed man, why not move him for some other dogs? Bring a Dylan Brooks in there or something like that. You'll be like, you can get another dog. Like,
this blows me though, because not all dogs are created equal. There's Chihuahuas and there's German Shepherds. You see what I'm saying? Draymond is like the biggest dog. Like he's like one of the bigger dogs in the league. Like there's very few dogs. Like even players that I don't like, I'll consider them dogs. Russell Westbrook is a dog. Do I think that he's super fine at basketball anymore? Like, no, I don't think he's near his peak anymore. But he's a dog. He's a valuable piece to a team, just not my team.
Okay,
but listen,
you got more.
Every dog has to go to the farm at some point. Like, I don't even mean to go there, but every dog has its day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're on the other end of Draymond's career. Like, Klay Thompson, I know he's been struggling.
If they're gonna move Draymond, they might as well blow it up. Okay.
Why?
They might as well blow it up.
This is crazy talk.
Why?
This is crazy.
Because
talk.
I don't think that they need to do that.
But if he's too much of a distraction and his distractions are like,
okay, yeah, if he's not gonna play games, like, yeah, I think that he's gonna come back and be fine. Like, I think he's gonna play games.
But will he be as productive as he was like when they were winning the championship? Do you think?
Nope, none of them are as productive except for Curry.
But I think Klay could get there. I think Klay could get there. He's the top. He's the top 5 shooter of all time, bro. You should go away.
It won't be the same, but
yeah, it won't be the same. But it's not.
We have to remember like what Klay was doing. Yeah, Klay can come back and still be a sniper. Cool. Klay also was guarding another team's best player. He's losing that. He can't do that anymore. He's not shutting him.
Like
Draymond still plays high level defense. He just played Sabonis last year and shut him down.
Sabonis?
That just happened in the playoffs.
Sabonis doesn't move any of us, bro.
He's an all-star. Sabonis kills AD, so I don't get it.
Sabonis
kills him every time.
Let's just be honest. Sabonis doesn't move any of us. Sabonis moves you?
I'm not saying Sabonis is a superstar. Sabonis is an all-star.
It's what I'm saying though. Is Draymond is not going against the best players like he used to be.
Bro, who did Draymond used to be guarding then? Like, who did he used to be guarding?
Dray used to guard 1 through 5. Like, let's keep it honest.
So who does he?
He was an all-time defender.
So if he just guarded, if Draymond just guarded Sabonis and not shut him down, but gave him a hard time, who would he be guarding now, right? If it was prime Draymond, who's he going to guard that he doesn't?
Anthony Davis.
LeBron James.
Draymond would be guarding Anthony Davis.
Yes. Who else would? Looney?
Really? You think
he would be checking him? I'm
saying any better than he is now? Draymond is 6'7", bro. Draymond's not doing anything to AD.
He can guard AD. or he could have in his prime.
No, he couldn't. He could have never guarded AD.
Not now with his
He
size.
do a better job than he did last year. I could argue that.
I don't even know if that's true.
I would keep it moving though. All I want us to think about though, you know what I'm saying? Like Joe, when you lay your head down at night, realize that Draymond he's done all he can. You feel me? Like the day is over. Like it really is. And while we're on the subject of Julian,
Why is this man in the corner giggling? Stop all that giggling.
oh my god,
Stop that.
Let me get the numbers out. Los Angeles Lakers. In our last 10 games, we are 4-6. Okay. Experiencing a bit of a hangover after hanging our in-season tournament banner. Right? I got a lot to speak on when it comes to Darvin Ham, of course. But Julian's boy is letting us down. Okay. He's letting us down. Now, Julian, this is personal for you, but I don't want to make it that way. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with D'Angelo Russell as a person, family man, anything like that. We know his history. We know he can do good. He can assist the ball at a high level. He can sometimes score at a high level. But for most of this year, it has not looked very good. Okay.
That's not true. Let's go ahead
in
and
the last 10 games. Excuse me. In the last 10 games.
The last few weeks.
The last 10 games, Julian. Half of the year.
Okay. It's really the last
half
5
of the
games,
year.
though.
Like
it's the last 5 games, though. To be honest.
I said the last 10 games.
Yeah, but it's the last 5 that have been bad. The other ones were not bad at all.
So half of them were bad. Half of them were what?
No, I'm saying the last 5 have been bad, which is obviously going to skew the rest of the numbers if you expand it.
So they've been that bad.
Yes, he's played very bad the last 5 games.
39% from the field. 27% from 3. 10 points a game. Let me check this really quick. Yeah, before I go any further, Dre not washed. I don't know if this is Escalar.
Let him know, bro.
Is that Escalar? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that's most likely Escalar. So I could only take that with a grain of salt because we know the bias that comes with that. Go back to the topic at hand, Julian. We need a third star. We need a third star. The Los Angeles Lakers need a third guy that when LeBron James is resting throughout the season, right? When Anthony Davis is going through his many injuries that he has to go through in order to get to the postseason, we need somebody to come in and be that guy for us consistently on a nightly basis. D'Angelo Russell is not meeting that. He's not meeting that expectation. Would you agree?
Recently, sure. The last 5 games, yes. Prior to the last 5 games, I don't agree.
What about the playoffs?
What about the playoffs?
Can I count on them then?
Go look it up. Go look it up.
Look,
let's go back to the playoffs.
You want me to look it up?
The playoffs. You're going to see 4 games. You're going to see 4 bad games. And then you'll see the first round when he was the 3rd best player on the team. And then you'll see the second round, he still played well.
So when the Serbian sandbag, sandbag pulled out brooms against us, you want me to go and look at number 1's numbers?
No, I just.
You want me to show you what he did?
Playoffs, if you look at the playoffs in totality, you'll see D'Angelo Russell played pretty well in the playoffs. You want to look it up?
Oh, he got it! Oh no!
Let's go to it.
Bro, he got benched in the playoffs.
I just told you. Totality. We had 3 rounds of playoffs.
No, because
you're talking about 4 games.
Playoffs. No, I would not let you slide with this. I would not let you slide with this.
You're blowing.
Every playoff, and it just be
Joel Embiid is a MVP player. Like, can we stop that? Stop that.
I don't care. I don't care, bro. He's a player.
For somebody that preaches when it matters the most, every time he gets on this podcast, every single time he gets on this podcast, he bitches when it matters the most. I'm disappointed. Disappointed. I am astonished, incredulous. But that's not even the Mr. Ham. I've got beef with you too. All right. I'm not like Lakers fans who want you to, resign from your job all of a sudden because you've done some good for us and all the players love you. Like I'm not in that boat. We can't have the same starting lineup for the duration of the year. Okay. Cam Reddish has done some good for us, but we went to the Western Conference Finals with a completely different lineup. Okay. I don't care if D'Angelo Russell keeps starting. I really don't. I'm sure he'll find it in his heart to turn it around if he stays that long. All right. But Rui Hachimura had a coming out party last year in the playoffs. We saw Rui Hachimura flourish in the role that was given to him both on defense and the offensive end. You know what I'm saying? He should be starting right now with Vanderbilt and the rest of the guys. Austin Reeves should not have less minutes than D'Angelo Russell. He shouldn't. We can sit here and argue about who's the better player, whatever, but their minutes should be almost identical. Okay.
They are.
Maybe in averages. Averages.
They are. And D'Angelo Russell's actually more efficient than Austin Reeves. But we ignore that. But anyways, I have some numbers for you, Morgan. What do you mean? On the season?
Whole entirety of the year or the last couple games?
Yeah, you're talking about the last 5 games when he's in a slump. Yeah, the guy's in a slump.
He is in a slump. That's why you play the better player. That's why.
I'm fine with that. I'm saying I'm fine with that. If a guy needs to work out some kinks, he can sit for a little bit. All I'm saying is we're not gonna act like he's garbage and he's a terrible player who's done nothing for the team and who doesn't contribute to team success. That's not true.
But we can't twist my words though, Julian.
Every time,
Never
garbage. It's not even just you.
Garbage
though.
is not
it's
correct.
not just you though. It's not just you though. The fan base as a whole considers D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell, I told you at the beginning of the season, he's the scapegoat. He is now the Clutch Sports LeBron scapegoat. There always has to be one. Anytime LeBron's team is going to go out, yes, Russell Westbrook was a scapegoat. Anytime LeBron's team goes out bad, there's going to have to be a scapegoat.
Scapegoat is nuts, bro. If a player is playing bad, they're just playing bad.
All right, Ian. Because you're telling me that D'Angelo Russell had a terrible playoffs, right? And he played bad. Round 1 of the playoffs last year. Listen, can you just listen?
He had to get benched.
Round 1 of the playoffs last year. Hey, can I read it to you? Can I read you what happened?
Go ahead, read the empty stats. Read those empty stats.
Empty stats, sure. He averaged 17 points a game. He averaged 17 points a game and 6 assists last year. 40% from 3. In the last game, he had 31 points in the closeout game. Okay? That's round 1. And round 2, which he played bad, right? That's he played bad. This is prior to the round he actually played bad in. He played bad in the 4 games that we got swept in, where most of our team played bad. But it's only D'Lo who played bad. That's the narrative. In round 2, D'Angelo Russell averaged 14 points a game and 6 assists in that series.
Bro, is that? I'm actually confused. 14 points good? Like, is that what we're settling for?
What do you mean? Y'all acting like he's terrible. He's the 3rd player on the team. He's the 3rd player on the team. Everyone doesn't get 20.
You're hanging your hat on 14 a game?
I'm just saying the narrative is that he's a terrible performer, right? That's the narrative.
That's not what we're saying. I need more.
That's been the whole D'Lo narrative. That's been the narrative.
Star. I don't need a regular player.
What star are you gonna get? What star? Yeah. Okay. So what star are you gonna get? Who's actually gonna help us? You tell me.
I feel like OG,
right, and they're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go run the show too, because unless you're gonna want 40-year-old LeBron running the show for the rest of the 60 games of the season, there's gonna have to be a guy who can play one. So you tell me.
Hey, somebody get Rob on the phone.
Get him on the
Get
phone.
Rob on the phone. He'll make it happen. Get Genie.
Who though? I'm asking
Get
who?
Genie. Who?
Who? Yes.
I mean, hey.
Who?
Hey, we got a Bulls fan watching us right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's get Zach LaVine, the two
But
guard.
You're gonna have to give up
and then
so
LeBron's
much more
gonna
than
play one.
D'Angelo Russell.
I mean, listen, y'all know I was not about this trade to begin the year. I thought we had enough. I really did.
I'm just
When
saying,
you start dropping bad games, Spurs,
bro.
bro,
We won.
what?
We won the in-season tournament,
We did.
and then we just had a slump. Like as a team, it's not just him. That's the point. I feel like when we actually needed to show up, our team showed up. I don't think that's a bad team, and we've been hurt.
Joey, y'all know y'all can use 10 per game, man. Like, you feel me? Y'all know y'all can use 10 a game, maybe 14 in the playoff series. Like, come on, bro.
10 a game.
Rock with me. Rock with me. Please. I don't know. I don't know, Joe. So do you think we need a trade? Or you think we good?
I don't know. I don't think that we need to sell the farm to go get Zach LaVine. I don't think that does anything. Zach LaVine has not done anything of substance. So I get he plays.
But
for
you
the
don't
Bulls.
know.
That's a lie.
I get he plays for the Bulls, but like, come on, man.
Zach LaVine gave me a 50 burger this year.
Dude,
Congrats to him for a 50
not
burger.
bringing up one game.
Corey Brewer gave you a 60 burger.
I'll say this one last
I'm just
thing.
saying.
D'Lo doesn't what did he get? You said he got like 6 assists, 4 assists in the playoffs last year. Zach
And
LaVine
he
could
got
probably-
6 assists in every round.
Okay, Zach LaVine could probably do that, or produce that.
Zach LaVine's not a point guard. Let's not do that.
He can produce that in points.
He's not close. He's not close to the point guard that D'Lo is. Like,
Or
let's not just sit here and lie. Like, let's
Okay.
not lie.
Okay, but
We don't need to do that.
He can produce those points, and LeBron can get the few extra assists where D'Lo is missing.
I understand. I agree. In the playoffs, like we can play with number one. That happens anyway. That's why I think D'Lo drops off in the playoffs, especially when he's on a team with LeBron, because
Okay.
he's not playing his role.
Okay.
They're going to put him off the ball.
Oh,
So, yeah,
no.
if we need to,
No, stop it.
If we
Stop
need to
it now.
move him,
Stop.
it's fine.
No. Lakers
Why?
set the bench D'Lo. Jared Vanderbilt expected to get the start today against the Thunder.
I mean, who's starting? Who's starting?
Jared Vanderbilt.
That's
But
fine.
who else though?
I'm blown away.
Dang.
Who else is
I'm
starting
blown.
though?
Doesn't say, I don't think.
Y'all got the notification, right? LA Times.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
That's fine. Like I said, if a player's struggling, they can sit. But what's it called? I don't know if LeBron James running our point guard is a sustainable thing. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you can get anyone to run the second team, dude. Honestly, you could get Ish Smith off waivers, bro.
I'm
Go
not
on the
talking
second
about
team.
second team.
I'm
First
talking about
team.
a point guard. Oh, I think why can't LeBron run point guard?
Throughout the regular season is the issue.
But
LeBron's gonna run the point guard on any team he's on in the playoffs.
yeah, but
Throughout the regular season, LeBron shouldn't run point guard for the 60 games left.
I think I would think it would be less on his body to be the assister rather than score 30 points per game.
It's
That's
much
what
less on his
James-
body to be taken
yeah.
off the ball.
I don't know. James Harden seemed like he was pretty healthy going into last year when he was just assisting.
Number one, LeBron and James Harden are two completely different basketball players. They don't even play they don't play similar styles.
I'm just talking
When
about
LeBron is ball handling, he's slashing and kicking. He drives and kicks.
what's Harden do?
listen.
James Harden plays
wait.
completely different.
It's the same
But
exact
are we
thing.
not having deja vu here though? Like I hate to interrupt y'all's discussion, but like, are we not having the deja vu? Have we not
From
seen
what?
this before?
With what?
Russell and Russell. We're not getting it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You start playing bad, then all of a sudden it's LeBron's fault. Like, I feel like I feel like y'all heard it from me before, right? Like, yeah, y'all ever heard that? Then he's on the bench, and then
Nah.
No,
You
we're
under,
not
the
seeing
difference
that.
the difference between the Russ and the D'Lo was fit. The fit is way different. Russ can't shoot.
It obviously ain't fitting.
I mean,
I mean,
we had way more success with D'Lo than Russ. So
D'Lo couldn't shoot
have
in the
more
playoffs.
players on the team than D'Lo. Can't hold you. Like
LeBron
can't
was out
cap
when we
you
got
down.
D'Lo, and D'Lo took us to the playoffs with Anthony Davis. So that's the second best player, and you can look that up. I know you like stats. Look it up.
Double 5.
But we forget that.
Points.
We forget that though.
I'm a
No, he averaged
5-14 boy.
he averaged like 18,
You did average,
and
18.
they took the ball out of his hands. Ooh, I wonder why his stats went down, and he started shooting worse because he became a jump shooter like all of LeBron's teammates do in the playoffs.
Bro, that
I
NBA
wonder why Kevin Love is not good anymore. I wonder why Chris Bosh isn't good anymore. They all became jump shooters, and that's not their game. Do y'all not get? You don't see a trend.
bro,
If you
that
turn a
NBA
guy who's
Wait,
not a
wait.
jump shooter into a jump shooter, that's what happens. I've been preaching this to
Now,
you guys for
Miles.
years.
it
I've
doesn't
been
matter.
preaching this for years on end.
Miles, please save me. So when I explained this about Russell Westbrook, I was met
I
with
agree.
no. It was no. Russell just sucks. Like he's just washed up. This is what brick they call him.
No,
They called
no,
him brick.
Morgan. See, I'm not gonna let this one slide though.
D brick Russell.
We said the problem with Russ Westbrook being on the Lakers was that the fit was terrible. The fit was horrible. We can all acknowledge that though.
What's the problem with D'Lo?
What?
What's the problem with
It's
D'Lo?
not bad for D'Lo.
He's just not shooting well right now. It's not like D'Lo has been a bad fit for the Lakers throughout the entirety of his time there. That's not true. It's not.
And for the entirety of Russ's tenure, he was
D'Lo's a
garbage.
bad fit for the Lakers.
You said
You
he was
didn't watch
last in the playoffs. You said he was a bad
Yes,
fit.
that's in the playoffs. I'm talking
And it
about.
matters the most.
If they're going to play like that, I agree. I said that. I
It's
agree.
about-
If you're
they
going to take
are.
the ball, if you're going to take the ball out of the ball handler's hands, that makes no sense to me.
When you're
I'm
giving it to
gonna try
LeBron,
and keep going. I'm gonna try and keep going so we can get everything in. But Jill, you know we're not done. You know we're not done.
I'm here all day. I'm fine.
For sure. For sure. I take 5 pot. I bought a little bit of tea in the morning. So you know. So we got Simone Biles and her, I don't know about husband. Boyfriend? I don't know if they married.
That's her husband.
Husband, okay. Jonathan Owens. All right, so bro got on the pivot. Claimed to not know who Simone Biles was when he found her on Tinder. All right. Just swipe right, let her, kind of send a message or whatnot. They linked up and the rest is history. I just want to know if y'all are buying it because this has been met with a lot of internet drama. Like, people are calling bro a clown, like calling him a liar. Like, do y'all believe he didn't know who Simone Biles was when he first saw her?
I mean, it's hard to believe that, but like, who are we to say he's lying for real?
Yeah.
I think that is true. Like,
It's one of them
I
things,
actually
yeah.
looked at the clips. Like, I actually looked at the clips and like she co-signed it. Like, it's not like
It's true.
it's not like he just was like, out there lying and she wasn't there. Like, they were on it together and she was over there keying right next to him. Like, so that's why I don't get why there's any like uproar around this whole thing. Like, I've seen a lot of, I'm not gonna hate, but I've seen a lot of women in particular on social media really hating on this man like he's like he's a bum. And,
I mean, you
I
know
don't
how
think he's a
these
bum.
fans
He's pro. Is he not? He's
He's
pro.
in the NFL.
Yeah, he's pro NFL player. So
he starts on the Packers.
yeah. So I think that's very weird coming from a lot of these Simone Biles fans, or I don't even know, weirdos on the internet who are dragging this man. Like, I feel like if he tried them, I think they would definitely have him. So for them to be for them to be hating is weird to me. But
I mean, but we know who Simone Biles is. Like, this is regarded as a gold athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like he knew nothing, like nothing at all.
Wait,
I mean, if you don't follow gymnastics, like, it's not that crazy. And that, like, when they met though,
follow, bro.
no.
Come
When
on
they
now.
met though, I think this is a while ago though. Like, they're married now.
Yeah,
Like, this is like years back.
But that was her peak, though. That was like when she was
Yeah,
number
like
one.
Was it? I don't know when they met. I have no clue. Like I don't know.
I don't know when they
I
met.
don't know when
but
they met, but she was still that guy. You feel me?
I mean, yeah, she was tough, obviously at a young age, but just off of face value, like you may know the name, but seeing the face, I don't know.
She was mad famous, bro. She's been famous for a minute.
I know her, but I'm not gonna say everyone does. If I go show my friend, he may not. Like, there's a fair chance that they may not. So
That'd be strange. I don't know. It's interesting she was on the Tinder app. Some free promo, I guess. All right, guys. I take 5. Get into some other sports. I'm gonna pass it to you guys. Specific, probably Julian. I know he was a Rams fan, so anything about this Rams Saints game that we had Thursday?
I mean, like I've been telling y'all this for like a few weeks now. The Rams are real. The Rams are real. Contrary to what Morgan says, I'm not a Rams fan. Sadly, I'm a Falcons fan. But yeah, the Rams are definitely contenders to make some real shake in the NFC. I would say if I was any of the teams who are hosting playoff games, I wouldn't want to see them coming to my building in the first round. I've even told y'all I think the 49ers are in jeopardy if they have to see them just because of how those teams match up. But yeah, nothing really that crazy from this game the other night. Like, yeah, the Rams ran the ball well, like they always do. Puka went crazy, like he's been doing. Cooper Cup, he had a bad game, in my opinion, but we know
that was pretty bad.
That's like some drops there.
yeah, we know what he'll do though. He'll be better. But the Saints suck though. I mean, Derek Carr's garbage. I don't get why Jameis is on the bench. But as a Saints hater, shout out to my family from New Orleans. Love y'all. But hate y'all's team. And y'all been talking noise all year, even though we beat y'all. I hope we beat y'all again, but don't make the playoffs, by the way. But yeah.
I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna get into the I mean, what about the Falcons right now? Like I definitely didn't put a slide in, but we just got fined $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Because Arthur Smith decided it'd be okay to let Bijan maybe rush 2 or 3 times against the Buccaneers. Just to have him in the lineup just because, even though he's sick or can't play, whatever, like, just rush him a few times just to piss off fantasy owners, just to piss off the bettors of the world, whatever. He wanted to do that. So I got a little notification this morning talking about his seat is heating up, right? So,
Dude,
anything about our Falcons?
Go ahead, Moss.
No, I mean his seat's been hot, but like the NFC South is so bad that like if they make the playoffs, then I don't really know. You can't really justify firing the head coach. So it's just one of those. It's a tough situation. Which, yeah, Atlanta should probably keep losing if possible, but. We only have like 2 or 3 weeks left, so
can I add
happen now? It's probably all division games, I'm sure.
It's
we
have one
Colts.
or 2. We played the Saints the last week.
Saints.
Yeah, Saints.
Yeah.
Let me just add that Desmond Ridder is now benched again. Again. Why he was there in the first place, I don't know, but he was benched again. So shout out Arthur Smith, man. Just shout out, bro. All right, Drew. So this is your slide here. Let me know.
I just wanted to. Video. I need the video now. Actually, I need the video now.
I mean, I keep receipts. We all have a way of how we do things, but like all the narratives about it, I am only good with Tyreek, and that you're right. That is the only time I am at my best. You're right. I'm only good when Jalen's in. I could care less about it. Like, sure, if Jalen and those guys are not, like, I'm only as good as Raheem Mostert allows me to be. Like, that's what the narrative needs to be. and we're able to win games and we're able to go where we want to go as a team, I am the worst football player if that's what you want. Like, I don't care. Like, I really don't.
All right, Julian.
I just
What do we have
first
here?
first I want to pass it to y'all. I want to know what y'all think about that video.
I think he's just a little mad at the media. The media be trashing him. Like, you be trashing him. Media be trashing him every other week, and he be winning games. He's probably a top 5 MVP candidate. He's been playing out of his mind this year, even last year before he got hurt. So, like, I really don't get the hate. So, like, I understand his anger. He shouldn't have gone in about. He shouldn't have said that. He should have been like, yeah, I'm gonna get him in the playoffs, or I don't know. But he was doing too much.
Bro,
Yeah,
definitely was waffling. Miles,
I
what
agree
you
with
got?
that. I agree with that sentiment. It's just like if you ignore the noise and like there was no reason to say all that, like whether it's true or not, like because I mean at the end of the day, sometimes you are only as good as what the weapons you have. So like, but it obviously something's been bothering him these or probably the entire season because the noise has been on him the entire season, whether good or bad. So
It's always
something got
funny
to it.
when somebody has to get on the podium and tell you that they don't care about something. You know what I mean? That's how you know they care. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I'll add in a wrinkle. I feel like he also was hyping up his teammates just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to say that, he's just the point guard. He's just the guy that gets these guys the ball and lets them do their thing. If you want to call him trash, that's fine. He's okay with that. But those are his guys, so he's just gonna keep running offense through them. But Julian, what you got for us, man?
I just thought this was funny, because number one, I like that Tua is finally gaining a sense of like self awareness, and I hope his fans do too. Tua, maybe he's realizing like he's a small piece of this pie that's going on down in Miami, down in my old neck of the woods. Those guys around him are crazy. They're insane, as well as his head ball coach, Mike McDaniel. I think all of those guys are bigger pieces of the pie than Tua. Tua's playing well. I've said this. I have said it. I know y'all are going to say that I'm a hater. But I think that Tua always confirms to us that he's going to get worse in the biggest moments. That's why I don't think that Tua is a great player. Why are you looking crazy?
What made you say that? You must hate him. Let's be honest about this. He had last year didn't count because of the concussions. So this is really his first real year of having a chance of winning the Super Bowl, and he's having a pretty good year. What are they?
I'm not talking about winning the Super. I'm not just talking about him winning the Super Bowl.
What are you
I
talking
don't need Tua to win the Super Bowl. I just don't think that Tua is an elite football player.
What? Dude, winning the Super Bowl makes him an elite quarterback. Is that not?
Oh, you think that he is going to win the Super Bowl? I wasn't even holding him to that standard. See, you think too much of him, in my opinion. I wasn't even holding him to that standard, huh?
I think he has a good team, right? I don't think it's all him. I think he has a good chance, and I think the Super Bowl winning quarterback is an elite quarterback usually.
I think we are going too far talking about Super Bowl right now.
Typically,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Julian, I'd like to know what makes an elite quarterback though in your eyes, because I guess a playoff win definitely
no,
is part of that criteria. But what do you think?
no. I mean, a lot of guys can win in the playoffs. Like I'm sure many garbage quarterbacks have won the playoffs. Not garbage, but like not good quarterbacks. Like didn't John Wolford win a playoff game?
Yeah, or something.
Like something like that. Like there's guys who can win the playoffs. A backup quarterback will likely win a playoff game this year. That will happen. So no, a playoff win is not what makes you elite. You have to be elite outside of the structure of your team. You have to be elite in spite of your team sometimes. That's why I look at guys like Lamar Jackson, like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Even we can say Tua's putting up better numbers. Tua may have prettier numbers than all of them this year. Outside maybe Lamar, maybe Josh Allen. I don't know. But yeah, he's not them. Not at all. And if we switch the roles, not close.
So let me understand though. So we're saying that his team has to be all injured or like out of contention to play
Not all
in
injured.
order for
I
us
think
to
Tua
see if
with this
he's
team.
actually
No.
elite.
I think Tua with this team will lose. Tua will lose with this team because of him.
So
They'll
they
lose with
win
him.
because of other players. But when they lose, it's gonna fall on Tua's shoulders.
Yes.
Not fair, Julian. That's not fair. Like what?
How is that not fair?
Do you hear what you're saying? It just because they're winning.
Do you
and,
watch the games?
bro? He what is he top 1 in yards? It's like you're acting like he's just handing it off.
I don't
Or just
care.
throwing screens.
I don't care about his numbers. His numbers are pretty. I agree. I don't think he's a bad player. He's not bad.
For
He's
sure,
just
but not
at all.
elite.
Yeah, not close to elite. No.
And I'm just asking you though, what does Tua have to do in order to prove that to somebody like you?
He's got to show me. Like, I just need to see on the field. Like,
Super
yes.
Bowl.
Yeah, okay. If Tua goes out in the Super Bowl and plays like an elite quarterback, I'll do a solo pod and dedicate it to Tua. Okay? If that happens, I'll do a solo pod dedicated to Tua Tagovailoa, and I'll even mention his little bro Talia too, just to give the whole family some love.
Okay, but be real with me though. What does Tua
Seriously.
have to actually show you?
Okay, I need number one, playoff success does matter. You did say a playoff win, but playoff success
Okay.
matters. They should have playoff success. Number one, I think they're number 2 in their conference right now. So they're going to be playing. They're going to probably play a backup quarterback in the first round. That game can't be lost at home. What you mean? Okay, yeah, they have to.
They can,
Yeah,
play Bill.
if they lose to what's it called? If they lose to Josh Allen, then they'll be the wild card team, and they're really in trouble. Like they've got to win. I think they have to win 2 out of 3.
No, I mean
of the
they have a
next game.
brutal final.
Yeah,
like,
this
game.
stretch is serious. I think it's Cowboys. It's a Cowboys, Ravens, and Bills.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
can
bro.
miss the playoffs.
Yeah, like it's sticky.
No, they can't. They can't miss. They
I
can't
think
miss.
they can.
I don't think so. I think they clinched actually.
If they lose out.
No, they're
Yeah.
not. They're not clinched actually.
No.
If they lose out, there's a chance, I guess. But like other teams would have it. It probably takes a lot for them to not.
Yeah,
make it.
I'm pretty sure they're pretty much in. But yeah, playoff success is a huge factor actually. So yeah, he can't go lose to a Joe Flacco in the first round. Like that can't happen, especially at home. He can't be the reason why they're losing. Just like I'm saying, he's the reason why they're winning, or he's not the reason why they're winning. He can't be the reason that you lose games. Like very rarely is an elite quarterback the reason that your team loses, but they are the reason that your team wins. That's a criteria as well. Like if you go watch Lamar Jackson play, the Ravens are not winning in spite of Lamar Jackson. That doesn't happen. Has that ever happened since he's been in the league?
Probably not.
I mean, y'all can fact check me if I'm wrong, but does Lamar Jackson have a playoff victory? Like
Yes.
He has one.
he does. He has a playoff win.
He has one.
Yes.
So are we also disregarding the turnovers and that sort of thing when it comes to some of these other elite quarterbacks? Like
You have to take the good with the bad sometimes because their turnovers are crazy. Like Patrick Mahomes' turnovers this year, like yeah, a lot of those are random.
That's true.
No,
I mean, he's my fantasy quarterback. You know how I feel about Mahomes. Like
nah,
you know exactly how I feel.
You're wilding though because you have him in fantasy. Patrick Mahomes has been playing good football this year. He just had the team is not good. Like that offense is not good. Their offensive tackles are both bad. They have no good pass catchers outside of Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's down. Like it's rough out there. It's very rough.
It's definitely rough.
And yet, I think I will still take Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs over most teams, knowing all of those facts.
So, all right. So, just for the record, Tua goes on. You know, I don't really whatever they do at the end of the year with the final games goes on. Let's say he gets one playoff series win. All right.
Hopefully,
Not
I mean,
series,
I would
just a
expect it.
playoff win.
If
And what's
they,
the narrative?
Dude, I mean, if they go in and play like like the Colts,
yeah, like if they go have to
like,
play like one of the lower level teams,
the Browns,
yeah,
even though the
they
Browns
should get that
probably-
win. And it wouldn't take a Herculean effort from Tua.
That's
I don't
fair.
think so.
Yeah.
But like it's gonna happen. I need to see it in big games. That's the whole thing with the Dolphins, like as a team, and with him as a quarterback. And I think they go hand in hand. Like the reason that the Dolphins aren't beating good teams is because I don't think Tua can take you there.
Understood. At Take 5 Pod. Shout out to John Morant too. He's back. Grizzlies 2-0 since his return from his 25-game suspension. Seeing some good things from them. Quick question: do y'all think that they can find themselves in a play-in spot after starting the year like 6 and something, whatever it was?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they dug themselves a big hole, but possibly like to get to like 10th, then probably. That's possible.
West is tough. West is very tough, and like we're saying, they're fighting an uphill battle. So
those teams, those other teams are not very good though, right? Like the teams who are near the bottom of the play-in, like it's like.
I mean, it depends on who you ask. If you were
I'm not counting like the Suns. Like I know they're around there right now, but we expect them to move up. The Warriors as well. I expect them to move up. But like those other teams, who is it?
But okay, hold on, Drew. And the play-in spot right now would be Dallas, Houston, Lakers, Phoenix. All right.
Well, who's above them?
New Orleans.
Like who's the bottom end of the actual
playoff?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Pelicans. So and then at the bottom, of course, we have the Golden State Warriors in there in that mix as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
I mean, it's gonna be a tough ask.
Yeah,
like
that's tough.
You kind of have. I think like even for the Warriors, like you got to rely on Houston to start slipping. That's the team that like you can probably rely on to slip.
Yeah,
it might not happen, but out of like the Mavericks, Lakers, and Suns, you don't expect them to truly fall out of contention. So
I think the Grizzlies will win a ton of games though. Like I think they have a pretty good team still.
Is Marcus Smart? What's up with Marcus Smart?
He's coming back tonight, I believe. They play the Hawks.
Okay. So that'll be big. We can see what that lineup does. So,
yeah. I mean, I'll get my excuses out the way. Hawks coming out of a back-to-back against the Heat. You feel me? I think we have to travel to Memphis for this one, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's here.
That's a tough game for both teams, really. It's here?
Yeah.
All right, well, travel back to Atlanta.
No excuses.
How bad
I mean, it's a tough game. It's a tough game. I can't lie to you. It's not like we're playing Detroit.
Do you think the Hawks are cooked, Morgan?
As
a fan.
Do I think the Hawks are cooked? No, I just got a notification about our guy Jalen Johnson. He's gonna return Tuesday, so.
Oh, Jalen Johnson.
He's gonna win Most Improved Player if he keeps doing what he's doing. Like, this is solid.
The Hawks are always cooked, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Hawks are forever cooked. They're totally cooked.
All right, yeah. When you don't make the playoffs, it's gonna be funny.
It's clip. When you lose in the first round, it's gonna be funny.
First round,
clip.
Crazy.
Yes, the first round. The first round. You should hope not to see the Hawks in the first round, actually. You should hope never to see that. That is not something that you want as a franchise. I know y'all still have wounds that have yet to heal from that.
We don't have Ben Simmons.
But that's not what you want to see.
I don't think that's happening again with no Ben.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
We have no scared people on our team anymore.
With no Ben Simmons, I don't think that's gonna happen again.
They don't have a better team than they did back then. I'm sorry,
true,
they don't. I don't care what they're doing now. They don't.
More tight knit.
Like I could care less. Joel is better. I'll give you that.
No, we might be better. We might be better now.
No, Joel is just better. That's it. Let's quit the
we
problem.
Didn't have a
Trae Young should be top 10 in MVP voting. He just doesn't have a team with him. That's let me just go ahead and put that on the pod for the record. Now we can end it now.
That's nothing crazy.
We can go ahead and end this thing now. What are you shaking your head for? What are you shaking your head for?
Trae, bro.
Yes, Trae. If Halliburton is in the MVP voting, certainly should be. What are we talking about? What are we saying? Rudy Gobert is in it. Yes, he should be there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
like I'm talking about top 10. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, let's be real.
Hey,
I'd take 5 pot.
He's a 2, bro. He's a 2.
I'd take 5 pot. Every week You know, we get on a few times. Look for us to. I'm gonna come back Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna come back Monday with a little pod. Make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check out our previous episodes. We will be coming out with daily content. We
doing
know
the
where the
Christmas
Bulls
Day?
are. Yeah,
You
we
doing
know
the
where
Christmas
Bulls
Day pie?
oh
That's
yeah, that
definitely
is
Monday.
Christmas. So I definitely I cap. Yeah, never mind.
That's
But
gonna
yeah,
be
it'll
cool.
be sometime next week.
Why haven't
Probably
we
next
we
week.
haven't made our game picks, or do we not care enough?
I mean, that's
Oh,
on
yeah,
y'all. We're running a little over. If y'all got the time,
Okay.
like we can get into it.
I'm fine. I can do it. Yeah.
I'm with it.
All
And
right.
I forgot to add the 49ers Ravens.
Yeah, we got games
It's gonna be
today
serious as
for
well.
whatever reason. Let me just
It's
add the
always-
NFL
it's
is
always
weird
like
for
this
this.
at the end
Like,
of the season. They always have
I
something.
don't
to
know
do.
why. Like, you know, y'all need to stay in y'all lane. Y'all know what season it is.
It's because it's Monday Night Football, I think. But they did it last year too, didn't they? Actually,
No, they're doing. There's 3. Wait, huh?
Christmas Day football. They did it last year too, right?
I think so.
I mean, it would have been on Sunday anyway.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
why though. I don't think they're doing it like to try to
Yeah,
cancel
y'all need to
basketball.
stay in y'all lane. Y'all just trying to, you know. Whatever. I know y'all need help with the viewership or whatnot because y'all got a bunch of backup quarterbacks. But
what?
we got the Bengals and Steelers coming on 4:30. No QB, no viewership for me, so I'll let y'all
I
have it.
mean, that's true. Like,
I'm gonna watch
I
that
mean,
game. That game matters. That game's big.
oh yeah,
That's actually a big game. No, that's for playoffs.
Like really big.
I'm
That's
just saying. I
true,
mean, what is
but-
it at 4:30?
hooray!
yeah,
And Jake Browning he's
4:30.
not bad. Like he's not a drop off from
Who?
Joe Burrow at all. Jake Browning.
Jake
Who?
Browning.
Numbers wise, he won.
We don't have time for this. We don't
Numbers
have
wise-
time for you to say stuff like that. We don't have time for you to say stuff like that.
Making sure, like, you
I
know,
see
You can't
the
say
numbers.
stuff like that at the end of the
Bro, I
pod.
think the numbers.
Like that man LeBron or something like that. Man. I
I
better
sent
watch
you
the
Jake
Bucks
Browning
at
numbers.
12:30 and keep it a butt. That's all I'm saying. Who y'all got though? Who's
Ooh.
winning?
Dude, that Steelers can't like. They're going through some
The
things.
Bengals are going to get them out of the paint.
So,
Mike Tomlin's probably done if they don't make the playoffs this year, which is good for the rest of the league. Like I'm kind of happy for both, or for Mike Tomlin, and I'm happy for the league because like he can get out of Pittsburgh because that's like a dumpster fire, and I don't think it's his fault. They just have no quarterback. Like the quarterback they haven't had good quarterback play since Ben Roethlisberger was in his prime. And we have to account the last years of Ben Roethlisberger when he was out of his prime too. So like it's been a minute. But yeah, I got the Bengals. We saw that George Pickens stuff. He obviously doesn't want to play for his teammates.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, the Bengals are going to win that. I took his under also, George Pickens. No way they throw him the ball.
And they're going back to Mason Rudolph, so we know how that's gonna go.
I might take that, Drew. That's pretty smart.
How much I took his under? Like,
What
well,
was it at?
why would, imagine throwing him the ball this week.
Dude, they
That's
probably took him
crazy.
off the board.
That's crazy. Like, but
Bills, Chargers. No
definitely
QB
Bills.
knew what?
I actually probably won't watch that game
Yeah, I
because
won't.
Eastern Stick's almost unwatchable. So yeah,
Thanks for keeping it real though.
he's really bad, and Keenan Allen's not playing either. So it's like, yeah, the Chargers are.
They might get
badly
Gucci
injured.
balled again, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, I got Bills.
It's pitiful. All right, are we going to Sunday?
Dude, I mean,
Let's just pick.
yeah,
We can do that Monday game. There's no good games on Sunday.
yeah. There's only really a couple good games this week, to be fair, or meaningful games, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do the slide. The only games I think that are major this week in the NFL is the Cowboys and Dolphins. Obviously, that's a huge game.
Mhm.
And then that Ravens and 49ers game is huge.
You could argue the Browns and Texans, like that's an
It's a
important game.
bit. That's playoffs too.
Implication.
But
Yeah,
it's just CJ's not playing. Case Keenum played well though last week, so we'll see. We will see.
No QB, no what?
Joe Flacco led Browns.
Calm down.
Not Flacco. Flacco,
No.
that is crazy. But
Who do y'all think
Cowboys
is
and
gonna win?
Dolphins. Who do we have?
They both can't win against good teams, so
that's been a trend.
They did beat y'all though.
They always do. But yeah, Dolphins. I like Dolphins.
I don't know if the Cowboys can, just for their sanity and on the podium in the media, that sort of thing. I don't know if they can lose this game.
Fair.
I'll go Cowboys. I think they'll figure it out. Why not?
Where's this game?
It's at Miami, so I do think the Dolphins will win, and I think they match up well with the Cowboys.
Yeah, very well.
At Miami is a different story, and that should be interesting.
Just because we saw how bad the Cowboys defense looked versus the Bills running game last week, so like what is like Mostert and A-Chain going to do to them this week? Like it could get bad. So.
You definitely can get ugly. Ravens 49ers.
I got Lamar.
I got Ravens, yeah.
I'm back in the 49ers still.
I'm getting deja vu of like Lamar's MVP season. They faced like the 10-1 49ers, I think. And Lamar basically locked up MVP. I think it was in San Francisco then. I don't know. But Lamar locked up MVP versus the 10-1 49ers, and I'm getting kind of deja vu to that season. Like Lamar's gonna come out tonight or on Monday, Christmas evening, and give Lamar fans a present. I'm excited.
But can they stop that offense?
If they get ahead, they can.
You got to expand on that. What do you mean if they get ahead, they can?
The 49ers are used to playing with the lead. They're usually very poor from playing from behind. Especially when you get
before
to the
they
second
blew
half.
up on the Eagles, like they were behind.
I wasn't finished. Especially when you get to the second half, though. When you get to the second half and the 49ers are trailing, typically they lose that game. And I don't think Kyle Shanahan's ever won a game from behind in the fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure that's a real stat. It's like 30-0 or 0-30.
No, but yeah, you made a good point. Once they get up, it's impossible to beat them because they can just run out the game. They can just run out the clock with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
or Debo.
But I don't think the Ravens are going for that. So I thought the Ravens are going to run the ball well. That kid in Mitchell injury is big though. Like he was becoming a huge part of that Ravens offense. But
that's Edwards' time.
Yeah, hopefully Gus Edwards can pick it up. Justice Hill needs to play well. And obviously, I think Lamar's going to start running in this game as well. So, yeah.
Some very interesting stuff. All right, gentlemen. Any parting words here?
Go Birds.
Y'all are terrible, bro. Y'all are terrible.
That is disappointing, to be honest. Like, y'all need that security guard back on the sideline. I guess. Like, that's what y'all need. At S2E5 Pod, we will see y'all next weekend.